concepts of teeth. Now second component present in the mouth cavity, that is the tongue. When we focus on the tongue is the somewhat triangular, fleshy, leaf-like. So it is the tongue. The human tongue present at the posterior side of the ventral surface of mouth cavity. It gets connection with the lower jaw with the help of frenulum. Remember one thing, that is the tongue of human being attached with the lower jaw from posterior side, while the anterior portion is free. The surface of tongue consists ridges, and these ridges or projections termed as a papillae, and these papillae lined by taste buds, and these taste buds are the sensory receptors. They are sensory receptors because they are involved in the identification of the chemical nature of the substance. So this taste bud acts as a gustatoreceptors. So taste buds, and these taste bud identification of the chemical nature of the substances. The different functions performed by the tongue. First, that is, it mix saliva in food. So it is termed as natural spoon. Tongue acts as a natural spoon which makes the saliva into the food in oral cavity. Second, that is its natural toothbrush. So it helps in the cleaning of the tooth. So it is termed as a natural toothbrush. Third, that is tongue acts as a gustatoreceptors. Means it detects the chemical nature of substance. Fourth, that is it involved in the speech. बोलण्यामध्ये टंगचा उपयोग होतोय वेगवेगळे वर्ड्स फॉर्मेशन्स मध्ये. सो इट इन्व्हॉल्व्ड इन द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ स्पीच. अँड फिफ्थ, इट इन्व्हॉल्व्ड इन प्रोसेस ऑफ स्वॅलोइंग. अन्न गिळण्याच्या प्रक्रियेमध्ये स्वॅलोइंग प्रोसेस मध्ये रोल होतो. सो डिफरंट फंक्शन्स परफॉर्म्ड बाय टंग. नीट मध्ये ते क्वेश्चन्स तयार होऊ शकतो. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग फंक्शन और द सेंटेन्स नॉट असोसिएटेड विथ द टंग. मग टंगच्या पेक्युलॅरिटीज दिल्या जातील. एक वेगळी पेक्युलॅरिटी असेल, तुम्हाला आयडेंटिफाय करावी लागतील. क्वेश्चनचे नेचर जे आहेत एक्झाम मध्ये वेगवेगळे आहेत. त्यातला हा एक नेचर असू शकतो की ज्याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला 4 स्टेटमेंट्स देतील. त्या 4 स्टेटमेंट पैकी एक स्टेटमेंट रॉंग असेल, 3 स्टेटमेंट्स बरोबर असतील, तुम्हाला आयडेंटिफाय करावे लागतील. किंवा 1, 2, 3 बरोबर असतील, एक वेगळं असेल, 2 बरोबर असतील, आयडेंटिफाय द करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट्स असतील आणि ऑप्शन मध्ये ओनली फर्स्ट, ओनली फोर्थ, सेकंड अँड थर्ड, फर्स्ट, सेकंड अँड थर्ड असे ऑप्शन्स असू शकतात. त्यामुळे क्वेश्चनच्या नेचरनुसार सुद्धा तुम्हाला अभ्यास करावा लागणार आहे. सो दिस इज द सेकंड ऑर्गन असोसिएटेड विथ माउथ कॅव्हिटी, दॅट इज द टंग. इथेच आपण सायमल्टेनियसली डायजेस्टिव्ह ग्लँड असोसिएटेड विथ माउथ कॅव्हिटी डिस्कस करणार आहोत, सलायव्हरी ग्लँड्स. When we focus on the salivary glands, these salivary glands are exocrine in nature. Exocrine in nature means they discharge their secretion along with the duct. And we found that there are 3 salivary glands are present. First, it is parotid salivary gland. Second, it is submandibular salivary gland. And third, it is the sublingual salivary gland. So salivary glands are of 3 types. That is, first, it is termed as parotid salivary gland. Second is termed as a submandibular salivary gland, also termed as a submaxillary salivary gland. And third, it is termed as a sublingual salivary gland. So there are 3 different type of salivary gland. The peculiarity is parotid salivary gland is the largest salivary gland. Sublingual is the smallest. So largest salivary gland is carotid salivary gland and smallest salivary gland is the sublingual. It is exocrine in nature and due to which it discharges their secretion along with the duct. So duct associated with parotid gland, it is termed as a Tenson's duct. It is termed as a Tenson's duct. While the duct associated with submandibular gland, it is termed as Wharton's duct. Wharton's duct. While the duct which discharges the secretion of sublingual gland, it is termed as a duct of Ravenous. Duct of Ravenous. So these are the three glands. So prepare the next point column, that is the duct associated with this gland, that is the Tenson's duct, Wharton's duct and duct of Ravenous. So duct. Next, when we focus on this position, this parotid salivary gland present in upper jaw in front of ear, upper jaw in front of ear. Submandibular gland present in the lower jaw, while the sublingual present at the below tongue. Below tongue. So कॉलम फर्स्ट असाही क्वेश्चन्स विचारला जाईल. कॉलम फर्स्ट मध्ये ग्लँडचे टाइप्स देतील, सेकंड मध्ये डक्ट देतील, थर्ड मध्ये फंक्शन्स देतील किंवा पोझिशन्स देतील. एक करेक्ट ओळखावा लागेल किंवा मॅच दी कॉलम फर्स्ट आणि कॉलम सेकंड मॅचिंग पेअर मध्ये सुद्धा क्वेश्चन विचारला जाऊ शकतो. नाउ नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, these salivary glands lined by glandular epithelium. So it is lined by glandular epithelium, and this glandular epithelium consists two type of cells. These two type of cells present in glandular epithelium. First cell, that is the mucous cells, and second cell, it is termed as a serous cells. So mucous cell and serous cell. This mucous cell secrete mucus, while serous cell secrete watery secretion. So mucous cell secretes the mucus, while serous cell secretes the watery secretion, and this mucus plus watery secretion forms the saliva. So saliva is formed by the mucus plus watery secretion. Now this mucus plays important role, that is lubricating the food bowls. The function performed by the mucus secreted by the mucous cells of glandular epithelium of salivary gland, it lubricates the food bolus, while watery secretion consists 99.5% water, while remaining 5% there is presence of enzymes, then electrolytes, then salts, antibody and antibacterial agents. So these are the components present in the watery secretion. Make the chart of the different components like this. That is, first enzyme. The enzyme present in saliva, it is termed as salivary amylase or tyrine. Then second component, that is the electrolytes. These electrolytes present, that is Na plus, K plus, Cl minus and HCO3 minus. So these electrolytes present in the saliva. Then salts present in saliva like NaCl, NaHCO3. These are the salt. Then antibacterial agents. Antibacterial agent present in saliva, that is first, that is lysozyme, and second, that is the thiocyanate. These are the antibacterial agent. While the antibody present in saliva, that is IgA type of antibody. This is most important point from the exam point of view. The different components present in the saliva. The enzyme present in saliva, that is salivary amylase or tyrine. Electrolyte present, that is sodium, potassium, chlorine and bicarbonate ions. Salt NaCl, NaCO3, sodium chloride, sodium bicarbonate. Antibacterial agent like lysozyme, thiocyanate, and antibody, that is IgA type of antibody present in the saliva. So this is the composition of saliva. Now average volume of saliva secreted per day, it is 1 to 1.5 liter per day. Average amount of saliva secreted per day, that is the 1 to 1.5 liter per day. Average pH, it is 6.8, that is it is slightly alkaline. Slightly alkaline is the pH of the saliva. Now control of saliva secretion under the influence of, that is neural and that is neural control. When you focus on this neural control regulated by autonomic nervous system with the help of sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. Generally, this parasympathetic nervous system increase the saliva secretion. While sympathetic nervous system decrease the saliva secretion. खूप महत्त्वाचा पॉइंट आहे, कारण का जनरल ऑटोनॉमिक नर्वस सिस्टम मध्ये सिंपॅथेटिक नर्वस सिस्टम ऍक्सेलरेट करते, पॅरासिम्पॅथेटिक डिक्रीज करते. पण हे एक्सेप्शन आहे की सलाइवा सिक्रेशन इन्क्रीज करण्यासाठी पॅरासिम्पॅथेटिक नर्वस सिस्टम रिस्पॉन्सिबल आहे, while the sympathetic nervous system decrease the saliva secretion. So this is about the different points associated with the saliva which is secreted from the salivary gland. Now this saliva mixed with the food by the action of tongue and the last resulting structure obtained into the mouth cavity, which is ready for the swallowing process or deglutition process. It is termed as food bolus. So formation of food bolus is the result of structure in mouth cavity. So mouth cavity for the food bolus. This is about the mouth cavity. Thank you. After mouth cavity leads into the part, it is a pharynx. Pharynx is a common chamber, occurs between the alimentary canal and respiratory tract. Food from anterior side enters into the esophagus, while the air from the posterior side nose comes and enters into the trachea. So air can pass also through the pharynx, while food can pass and enters into the esophagus. This esophagus lined by pseudostratified epithelium, and this pharynx shows pharyngeal contraction, and this pharyngeal contraction helpful in the process. It is termed as a swallowing or deglutition. So pharynx leads into the next part, that is the esophagus. Average 30 centimeter is the length of esophagus. Esophagus is a muscular tube, and this muscular tube connects pharynx with stomach. This esophagus plays important role, that is conduction of food bolus. By peristalsis. You know that peristalsis, rhythmic contraction and relaxation of smooth muscles, that is the peristalsis. So the food bolus which is present here, these food bolus transfer to the stomach through esophagus. So this esophagus shows wave of contraction and relaxation like this, and transfer the food. In front of esophagus we can observe the trachea. It is a windpipe. The opening of trachea, it is termed as a glottis, while this glottis is covered by flap-like structure, and this flap-like structure is termed as a epiglottis, which prevent the entry of food into the trachea, while the opening of esophagus is termed as a gullet. And this esophagus transfers the food bolus from pharynx to stomach. As a result of swallowing or deglutition process, this food bolus enters into the stomach. So this is the function performed by esophagus. Now concentrate on the stomach. Stomach is a somewhat J-shape. Average length of stomach, it is 25 to 30 centimeter. This stomach internally lined by columnar epithelium. This stomach lies at left side below the diaphragm. This is the diaphragm. So it lies below the diaphragm at left side. In front side of stomach there is presence of the liver. When we focus on this stomach is the main organ of digestion. So it shows the highly distensible pouch which receives the food for digestion, and digestion occurs in the stomach. This stomach gets connected with the esophagus. This stomach posterior side get connected with the small intestine, and at the junction of this both have the sphincters. So there are two sphincters present, that is cardiac sphincter and pyloric sphincter. Cardiac sphincter, the sphincter which lies between the duct which connect esophagus with stomach, while pyloric sphincter lies at the junction of the stomach and the small intestine. You know that sphincter is the special type of circular muscles which regulates the movement of the food substances here in the alimentary canal. Now when we focus on this J-shaped stomach, internally this stomach shows four distinct regions. The anterior region of the stomach, which receive the food bolus, it is termed as a cardiac stomach. It is termed as a cardiac stomach. Dome-shaped anterior portion, where abundant gastric glands are present, termed as a fundic stomach. Third, which is the actual main site of digestion, it is termed as a body of stomach. It is termed as body of stomach, while the posterior most portion, it is termed as a pylorus or pyloric stomach. So internally stomach have four regions: cardiac, fundus, body and pylorus. So these are the regions. Cardiac region stores the food bolus during swallowing. In fundic region, we can observe more gastric glands. So gastric glands are abundant in fundic region. This body region, it is the site of digestion. While pyloric region stores chyme or chyme. It stores chyme or chyme. So the function, column first and column second मध्ये functions दिली. Means these are the regions of stomach and functions. First region, cardiac. Second, that is the fundic. Third, that is the body. And fourth, that is the pylorus. Function, that is the collect food bolus. Then fundic is consist gastric glands abundant more than the other parts, body, digestion and store chyme. असा क्वेश्चन सुद्धा विचारला जाऊ शकतो. कॉलम 1 आणि कॉलम 2 मध्ये आयडेंटिफाय करावे लागतील स्टमक मध्ये. आता आपल्याला कॉन्संट्रेट करायचं आहे हिस्टोलॉजिकल स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ स्टमक वॉल. When we focus on the histological structure of alimentary canal, this alimentary canal histological structure consists outermost serosa layer, then outer muscularis, middle submucosa and inner mucosa. So the wall of alimentary canal is made up by these four layers, that is serosa, muscularis, submucosa and mucosa. But the size of this layer and the component varies as per the organs present in the alimentary canal. In some part it broad, in some part it is narrow. In esophagus only transfer or conduction occurs, so it consists thin wall, while in stomach, which is the main site of digestion, here we can observe the thick wall, while in intestine also a thin wall. So this is the basic concept. Wall of alimentary canal is made up by four layers. Outer serosa is made up by fibrous connective tissue, so its function, it is protection. Muscularis made up by the different muscles, so function is the contraction and relaxation. Middle submucosa consists the connective tissue, blood vessels and nerve endings, while inner mucosa lines the epithelium along with the lamina propria. And this epithelium of stomach, you know that it is lined by columnar epithelium. Now see this diagram. This is the histological structure. So figure is the histological structure of stomach. So this is the outermost layer, is termed as a serosa. Then this middle region or inner to serosa, this layer from this, it is termed as a muscularis externa. Then this layer is termed as submucosa, while this region is termed as mucosa. In muscularis externa region, we can observe the three different type of muscle, that is longitudinal muscle, then middle it is circular muscle, and inner it is oblique muscle. So on the basis of arrangement of muscles, they are longitudinally arranged, so longitudinal muscle, they are circularly arranged, so circular muscle, they are obliquely arranged, so oblique muscle. So muscularis externa is thick because it shows the contraction and relaxation, mechanical digestion, and process is termed as a churning process. Inner to this muscularis externa submucosa, and this submucosa consists the blood vessels, nerve endings, as well as the connective tissue. Inner to this mucosa, but this mucosa further consists muscularis externa, which is made up of longitudinal muscle, circular muscle. This longitudinal and circular muscle forms the layer, it is termed as muscularis interna. Muscularis interna. Inside to this, there is presence of lamina propria. Lamina propria, and this is the epithelium. Epithelial roots. So this is the epithelial roots, and you know that epithelium which lines here, it is termed as columnar epithelium. Columnar epithelium. It shows elevations and depressions. Elevation and depression. And the depression present here constitute the most important gland of stomach. It is termed as a gastric gland. So this is the gastric gland. Gastric gland. This gastric gland consists the central lumen. It is termed as a gastric pit. Gastric pit, that is collect gastric juice. Collect the gastric juice. When you focus on this gastric gland, this gastric gland consists the different cells. So first cell, it is termed as goblet cells. First cell, that is goblet cell. Second cell, it is axanthic cell, or it is termed as a parietal cells. Parietal cells. Third type of cell, it is termed as a peptic cell or chip cells. These are the three common from board point of view, but in few reference book, or if you go in details of gastric gland, you can observe additional cells. These cells are termed as argentapin cells. That is argentapin cell. And one additional cell, it is termed as G cell. G cell, also termed as gastrin cells. G cells are gastrin cells. So gastric gland consists 5 different type of cells. First goblet cell, second axanthic cell, third peptic cell, fourth argentapin cells, and fifth G cell or gastrin cells. खूप महत्त्वाचा आस्पेक्ट आहे, कारण त्याच्यावरती बऱ्याच वेळा कॉन्सन्ट्रेट केलेला आहे, डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली. Now concentrate on this. These are the cell types of gastric gland, and now the secretion secreted by these cells. So goblet cell secretes the secretion, that is the mucus. That is the mucus. Oxantic cell secretes the secretion HCl, hydrochloric acid, and CIF, castor intrinsic factor. Then peptic cell or chip cell secretes, that is inactive protein digesting enzyme. Inactive protein digesting enzyme, that is pepsinogen and prorenin. Pepsinogen and prorenin. Argentapin cells secretes serotonin, histamine, and somatostatin. So these are the three secretions secreted by argentapin cells. And G cells secretes gastrin, secrete gastrin hormone. So gastrin hormone secreted by G cells. त्यामुळे हा खूप महत्त्वाचा पार्ट आहे. पुन्हा एकदा रिपीट करतोय. The different cells present in the gastric gland: goblet cell, oxantic or parietal cell, peptic cell, chip cell, argentapin cells, G cell or gastrin cells. Goblet cell secretes the secretion, that is mucus. Oxantic or parietal secretes the HCl and CIF, castor intrinsic factor. Peptic cell secretes the pepsinogen and prorenin. Then argentapin cell secretes serotonin, histamine, somatostatin, while G cell secretes the gastrin. आता याच्यामध्ये प्रत्येकाचं फंक्शन, हा जो म्युकस आहे, गॉबलेट सेल सिक्रेट्स द म्युकस and this mucus forms the protective lining. From the protective lining on the inner side of the stomach before digestion. Digestionच्या अगोदर हा प्रोटेक्टिव्ह लेयर तयार केला जातो. This is the protective layer which prevent the action of HCl on the epithelium. It is done by mucus, so it is a protective. While oxantic cell HCl performs several functions. Like first, it kills the microbes which enters along with the food. Second, it creates the acidic environment in the stomach for the chemical digestion. Third, HCl converts the some chemical reactions we want to see in latter part. This function performed by HCl, and HCl inhibit the action of salivary amylase. And CIF, castor intrinsic factor, this factor is essential for the initiation of hunger in our body. आपल्याला जी भूक लागते, हे भूक लागलेली संवेदना तयार होते ती या फॅक्टर्स मुळे, म्हणून त्याला कॅस्टर इंट्रिन्सिक फॅक्टर असं म्हणतात. This factor initiates the hunger movement. And second, this CIF stimulates absorption of vitamin B12. खूप महत्त्वाचा पॉइंट आहे. Stimulates the absorption of vitamin B12. And you know that vitamin B12 is essential for the formation and maturation of the RBCs. आणि गेल्या वर्षी हा टर्न करून क्वेश्चन्स विचारलेला होता. Which of the following cells of gastric gland indirectly related with the formation and absorption of erythrocytes? तर याचा आन्सर आहे that is the parietal cells, because parietal cells secrete the CIF, castor intrinsic factor. This castor intrinsic factor is responsible for absorption of the vitamin B12. The vitamin B12 is responsible for the formation and maturation of RBCs. आणि मग जर याची कमतरता असेल सिक्रेशनची, तर मग एनिमिया लाइक कंडिशन्स येतात. ते आपण त्याच्यावर व्हिटॅमिन डी डेफिशियन्सी मध्ये पाहणार आहोत. So this is the condition. Then peptic cells or chip cells secretes the protein digesting inactive enzyme. Pepsinogen and prorenin. They are not present in active form. If they present in active form, they destroy the cells of the epithelium. But that's why they are present in inactive form, HCl, which convert it into the active form at the time of digestion. These argentapin cells works as a vasoconstrictors. Histamine, which is an inflammatory substance, somatostatin is the regulatory substance, while the G cells or gastrin cell secretes the gastrin hormone. These gastrin hormones stimulate the secretion of gastric juice into the gastric glands. So now concentrate on the concept, that is the gastric juice. This gastric juice secreted by this gastric gland, it is about 2 to 3 liter per day. Amount of gastric juice secreted by gastric gland per day is 2 to 3 liter. The pH of gastric juice, this pH, it is the acidic, it is 2 to 3 pH. pH क्या है 2 to 3 pH. While components, a gastric juice consists components, that is water, then HCl, CIF, enzyme, pepsinogen, prorenin, CIF, HCl, and enzymes like prorenin, pepsinogen, and gastric lipase. This prorenin get converted into renin, pepsinogen get converted into pepsin. So this gastric enzyme CIF, HCl, and water. This gastric juice secretion under the influence of neural control with the help of autonomic nervous system. Autonomic nervous system, again 2 type, sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. Like gastric juice, this gastric juice secretion inhibits or decrease by the sympathetic nervous system, while parasympathetic nervous system increase the gastric juice secretion. At the same time, gastrin hormone increase the gastric juice secretion, while GIP, gastric inhibitory peptide, or enterogastrin, which inhibit or decrease the secretion of gastric juice. हा एवढा पॉइंट आपल्याला काय करावा लागेल, लक्षात ठेवावा लागेल इन दी स्टमक.